Hello everybody and welcome to part 1 of my walkthrough of Amnesia The Dark Descent. For those who don't know, Amnesia The Dark Descent is a survival horror game, and it's pretty much the predecessor to, or the inspiration to Outlast, which I just previously finished in a walkthrough video series. And being a survival horror game, of course, you cannot fight back. When encountering enemies, you have to hide and run. Amnesia by now is, I think, 2 years old, and there's already a second part in the series, which is called Amnesia, a machine for pigs. And once I've finished this game, I am intending to also make a walkthrough video series of the second game, which is also very enjoyable. So I'm going to start a new game here, and let's see how this develops. By the way, I've already played this game once, completely through, but it's been a while since I played it.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Okay, so we are right at the beginning of the game. By the way, we are now in a castle called Castle Brennenburg, which is owned by a guy called Alexander von Brennenburg. Memento has been added to journal. For quick access to your mementos, press M. Make sure to check these whenever you get stuck. Journal. Okay, and we have notes. No notes available. Diaries, no diaries are available. Mementos. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay. So. Tinderbox. Tinderboxes are used to light candles and other light sources in the environment. The current amount of tinderboxes is shown in Inventory tab. Okay, so this is the inventory. We have a health indicator here. All is good. So it just basically tells you how much how fucked up you really are in terms of health, and you also have a sanity indicator here, which tells you how sane you are at the moment. This does have quite an impact, because the more insane you get, the more illusions you will have, for example, of enemies which are not there. So you'll see enemies, but they are actually not there. And the way insanity works is whenever you see unsettling events like this, or if you stay too long in the darkness, your insanity will go up. What also increases your insanity is looking for too long at enemies. And so you should not look for too long at enemies, because first of all you will become insane, and it also direct eye contact attracts enemies to you. So if you look at them, they might actually notice you. By the way, you can grab most of the stuff in the game. When grabbing an object, press right mouse to throw it, hold down R and move the mouse to rotate the object. So we have a wine bottle here, and we can actually rotate it in any given way that we want, which is quite nice. So, and we can also throw stuff. And that thing just broke. Okay. And by the way, we have two different ways of actually creating light sources in the game. We have tinderboxes, which are used to light static objects such as torches and candles, and we will very soon find a oil lantern, which is a mobile source of light, but it actually drains oil, which can only be refilled using oil pots, and they are very scarce in the game, so you can't run around all the time with the oil lantern on, because you'll run out very, very quickly. So the tinderboxes can be used to light stuff like this here, but I'm not going to do that just now because we have enough light as is anyways. So we have to follow the liquid path right now. What? I actually heard some footsteps here. Okay, that was weird. I can actually see the physics of the game here. It's actually moving here. Okay. By the way, as the title of the game suggests, the main character is actually suffering from amnesia, so he doesn't really know who he is and what the hell he's doing in this castle. By the way, as I told you, darkness actually affects your sanity, which you can see just here. So the outlines left and right of the image actually start to blur, and you'll also start to hear your heart pounding and some kind of scraping noise, which I guess indicates that you're going a little bit crazy bollocks. And the only way to stop this is actually go back into areas which are brightly lit. If you stay for too long in the darkness, you'll go batshit crazy. And as I've also said, you have to hide from enemies if you're spotted, and you can do this, for example, in these kind of cupboards. You can just close them, and you can go sneaky sneak and have a peek like this by using the mouse and moving the door, which is of course not a great idea if the monster is directly in front of you, because they are not the brightest ones, but they'll actually notice if you manipulate the doors right in front of their faces. Beware, when standing in darkness, your sanity will slowly drain. Turn on lights in the environment using tinderboxes, or search for other sources of light. Okay, that's just what I said. I'm going to light this, so you can actually see the kind of blurry outlines of the screen vanished. We still have this kind of blurred screen effect, which kind of to me is like the character is intoxicated. So what the hell is this? It's quite a nice piece of art. We have Jesus Christ nailed to the cross here. This looks a little bit too green for Jerusalem, however, for my taste. What the hell is this? I don't know. Anyways, let's continue. Follow the liquid trail, it said, I think. Yeah, and find its source. You can quickly check the most recent read text by pressing N, but we have not found any text. Old archives. Let's proceed. He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she too would be punished. Okay, what the hell did I just read? Follow the liquid set. It would be great, they said. Witnessing unsettling events will reduce your sanity. It can be increased by completing puzzles and making progress. Yeah, I forgot to tell this. If you're going to become batshit crazy over time, and the only way to redeem yourself and your sanity... Oh, what What's this? Oh, you see that's kind of an insanity effect, the illusion of the cockroaches on the floor. So the only way to redeem yourself and recover your sanity is to solve puzzles, which will give you back most of your sanity, depending on the puzzle. Okay, so let's follow this. We've picked up the lantern. You have picked up the lantern. When filled with oil, it can be used. It can be turned on by pressing F or double-clicking on it in the inventory. So this is our lantern, which is the mobile light source I've talked about. It's using oil, and it actually burns through it pretty quickly. So you should not be running around with it on all the time. And as said, you can manipulate most objects. For example, these boxes here, you can pick them up, throw them around. Oh, what do we have here? A tinderbox. Can I read this? No. I can light the candle, but I don't want to. Is there anything in here? Yes, tinderbox. So the trail goes in here. And a note.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brennenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Okay. Oh, we have a oil pot here. As said, they are used to refill the lantern. Okay, the lantern drains oil when it is turned on. To add more oil to the lantern, double-click on the oil item in the inventory. So this shows our current amount of oil in the lantern, and we can double-click this here, and it will actually refill by a little bit. So, as you can see, the oil pots don't add too much oil to the lantern, and it also drains pretty quickly. So you have to be careful. Oh, you can see here. Our sanity has decreased by a little bit. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. So this actually tells you that your sanity is not the best at the moment. Oh, what is this? Oh, and we've solved the puzzle. Every time you get this and the blue screen, you get a little bit of sanity back. A slight headache, yeah, it's a slight improvement. Entrance hall. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow. Okay. Crystal clear. Okay, so we got a little bit of sanity back there as well. To run, hold down left shift while moving. Why would I want to run?
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the What did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Okay, so that was a flashback. So at the moment we only know that we are very... What? What I wanted to say is we only know we are very, very angry and mad about Alexander from Brennenburg, but we don't know just yet why that is, and we're going to find that out. Where is this going? Archives. I know where I have to go right now. I think I'm just going to follow the voice that I just heard. Let's see where this actually goes. Or let's have a look here first. Yes, oil and a tinderbox. That's awesome. Some cockroaches. And another oil pot. Yes. Oh. Okay. So this is part of the so-called shadow that we've read about in the note. The shadow is some kind of evil entity that is now living in the castle, and it's also connected to you and Alexander, but that will all be solved at a later point in the game. So, what is this? Laboratory. Okay. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young voice thought and struck his victim with a rock. Okay. So we can actually light this torch here. Let's go. What is this? That sounded like a monster. Mementos? No. No mementos so far. What the hell? Oh, another oil pot. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Okay. So we have some kind of distillation thingy here, which I think I Oh, hello there. By the way, this was one of the types of monsters we are going to encounter.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part Aqua Fortis.
Aqua Fortis. Okay. I'm a chemist and I don't know what the fuck this is. Aqua Fortis. I know Aqua Regia, which is used to dissolve gold and any of the very, very noble metals. But Aqua Fortis, I don't know what the heck it is. Early alchemy experiment. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Carmine and orpiment are given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt Aqua Regia instead of Aqua Fortis in hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. What is this picked up chemistry pot? This will be probably useful with the distillation thingy. A tinderbox. Why is this shaking? My whole view is shaking like mad. And what the hell is this? One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I found myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. What the? Did you hear that as well? Another tinderbox. Okay, low on oil. Going to refill this. It's almost full. So as said, what we saw down here is one of the enemies in the game, which is some kind of weird invisible water monster. What the hell? Again, sounds like somebody's walking just above me on the wooden planks. Mementos. Evidence in the laboratory has revealed that combining 4 chemicals can create a powerful acid. Chemical ingredients have been moved from the laboratory to the wine cellar. Okay, so we have the chemistry pot. Can we already put that down here? Yes. Haha. Let's use this. Okay, so I guess we have to go back to the wine cellar, which probably is some other door at the entrance area where we came from. Entrance hall. And I guess the Aqua Regio we are going to use on the this organic tissue that's locking the door right now. At least in the note it said it's very powerful for dissolving organic tissue. Okay, so we found the wine cellar. And I'm just going to go for it now. You haven't had a look at the archives yet, but I guess we are going to go in there at some point. It's locked and we're gonna... okay. Never mind, I think we have to go to the archives first and find the key. Alright. So much for the archives. We have to go there now. Okay, we came from here, archives. Alrighty then, travelling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with neglect of family. Rare books.
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Okay, so what we gather from that is that Alexander from Brennenburg and Daniel, our protagonist, were on a excavation site in Africa, and they found something. And the shadow, the evil incarnation, is connected to what they found in Africa. If I recall correctly, I think it was. There's something here. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander Baron of Brennenburg is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gehrig. Alright, don't turn that shit crazy again. Turn candles on. And a tinderbox. There's nothing in here. Nothing in here either. Oh, there's a note, but it can't. What? Study. Goodness. What? I'm not sure when we will encounter the first enemy, but I guess it's going to be pretty soon. Nothing in here. Nope.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Okay, so another part of the journal regarding the excavation. Ah, tinderbox, tinderbox, give me the tinderbox. So there's just one part of the diary still missing. Whoa! Whoa! What the hell? Okay, what the hell just happened? What? Oh, oil and a tinderbox. Oh yes. Okay. Who the hell is actually playing the piano here? Astoria Loki. It won't open, it's locked. Anything in here? No. By the way, we can also actually look around the corners. Like this. This. So there's the piano. Whoa. No. What the hell? Hello? Anybody there? certainly not. I think I came from here, didn't I? Catalogue. Yeah, I think I was here already. It's pretty much just at the beginning. Rare books. Okay. So I guess we have to go down all this way. So something collapsed here. Oh, and another more pot. That's nice. Okay, can I actually play this? No. Something in here? No. Whoa! Fragile but not breakable by hand. Okay, let's try this then. Ha! Okay. I took the hint. Maps. Anything interesting? Kingdom of Prussia. Or Russia. Okay. That looks big. Russia Meridionalis. Central Prussia. What? What is happening?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer.
Okay.
My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Okay, so we just found out they found something, and kind of an artifact in the desert. I guess we will find out what the hell happened afterwards in not too long a time. What is happening?
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay. Can we actually get in here? Yes.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Oh, we have an oil pot here. What? I just heard something. Okay, this is the... Oh, the mementos. There is some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Find the key for the Hawaiian cellar evidence. Okay, I think we read the last two already. So we have to activate a mechanism here. Oh. Oh yes. Still. Where are the others? Oh, yes. Oh, it won't open, it's locked. Ha. Can I break this? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Altstadt and Brennenburg Castle 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains stressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motives that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called Gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal the presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided at a local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to be never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron, the Baron of Brennenburg, lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most of those noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Okay. So, what have we here? Oh, whoa! There's something here? No? Yes? No? No. I don't think so. A note. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both of my problems. Okay. So I think I will stop the video right here. So, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Amnesia walkthrough, and I'm going to record a video quite soon and continue my playthrough of Amnesia. So, see you guys next time.